Alright, for the essay summative assignment, we were asked to answer a very critical question that we may ask ourselves at some points during our life. And this question is, what is a meaningful life? Well, I concluded that the answer to this question is that a meaningful life is one where your aim is to help others, similar to what Mother Teresa said, where it's practically your duty. And I say this because think of it this way. All the atoms in your body are recycled. Say someone were to be deceased and have started to decompose, the atoms in the decomposed material will be taken up by the plants. You'll then eat the plants and absorb its atoms, making it a part of you. So in a literal sense, you really are what you eat. But what does this have to do with the meaning of life? Well, it shows that living or dead, we are all to some degree connected. So in a weird sense, to not help someone else is not helping yourself. And to make matters even weirder, scientists managed to divide an electron particle into two. They then took these particles 14 miles apart, and what they found was that whatever they did to one of the particles, it instantly happened to the other one. They're not physically connected, they're 14 miles apart, but we see that they are connected in some other way, still entangled. And since everything was once before entangled like these two electrons, everything, no matter the space between them, still connected. Regarding this, the person I admire the most is Santa Claus. The reason I admire him is because, well, come on, who doesn't love him? Or at least the idea of him. Every year this guy delivers presents to all kids all around the world. It's his duty, his purpose, his meaning. My boy Santa Claus understands that there's no greater happiness than helping all the other kids around the world. Happiness. What is happiness? Well, according to John Stuart Mill, who believed in utilitarianism, happiness is the end to which we all strive for, and all of our actions are simply means to achieve this end. And utilitarianism defines right actions as those which yield the most happiness for most people, and remains consistent to the teachings of Jesus, who would say, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." We have an obligation, and in reality, it can be as easy as holding the door for somebody, or giving them your seat on the bus. But there are no set conditions needed in our lives. We just need to make the most out of it. I mean, look at this picture of this guy right here. This dude was using a cup to collect change when a woman accidentally dropped a diamond engagement ring in it without noticing. But instead of trying to cash the ring in, he kept it safe and returned it to the woman who came looking for it. A man who basically had nothing, but a lot to gain if he were to cash it in. Yet he didn't. I think that's because when we live a life for ourselves, that's when it becomes meaningless. Because when we die, our lives would have affected no one but ourselves. And there's no point to that, since when you're gone anyways, no one will remember you. But those who lived helping others will live on forever through the impacts they've created. Well, apart from helping others, we also need to reflect on ourselves and examine our own lives. Because how can you live knowing you're living a lie? Because you never question your reality and think for yourself. Most people would rather let other people do the work for them and think for them. But how can you care to live a life without questioning things? There are so many mysteries and wonders in the world. To stay sheltered from all of that would be closing yourself off to so many potentiality. We can choose how we want to make our life meaningful. Our lives are not predetermined. If they were, our actions would have no meaning. Because, well, wouldn't be us performing the actions. It'd be fate. And as far as I know, the only predetermined aspect about our life is that one day it's gonna end. So it's important to live one with meaning before it's too late.